everyone. So my name is Rachel and I will present my material about classic theories of economic growth and development. First is introduction. To understand classical theories in economic development, focus on linear models, structural change, international defense, and medium or neoclassical. Selanjutnya itu ada linear stage of growth. Adapun Rousseau membaginya menjadi 5. The first one is traditional society. The second one is preconditions for take-off. Yang ketiga itu ada take-off, drive to maturity, and the last edge of high mass consumption. Next is Harrod-Doman model. The simple and thus non-used in analysis of economic development. It was initially during the 1940 by Lloyd Harrod and F.C. Income to replace workout or empire capital goods and to invest for future growth. Next, we will talk about structural change model. Introductions about structural transformations, set of change in the compositions of demand side, productions, and factor used take place as capital income increases. Consists 6 elements. Number 1 is structure change, change in demand patterns, change in compositions of trade, change in composition of production factors, change in social institutions and attitudes, and the last, the need for new structural policies. A. Structural change. The Lewis two-sector model. The theory focuses on the mechanism by underdeveloped economies transfers from trade subsistence agriculture to a more modern. The model assumes that the underdeveloped economy consists of two sectors. There are traditional and modern, and it focuses on the labor transfer and employment and output growth. Jadi selanjutnya ada assumptions of the individualistic models by Lewis and Fay dan juga Ranis. Jadi ada dua jenis. Yang pertama itu ada subsistence agriculture sector. There are limited supply of land, capital, and technology. Production is subjective to the law of dimensions, return, high employment, and open unemployment. And the second one is modern industrial sector. Itu higher marginal productivity of labor between subsistence sector to employment in the urban. And the second one, the wage labor is paid in tax according to the value of the marginal productivity of labor. Next, the pattern of development theory by Chenery model. A sequential process through which the economy, industrial, and institutional structure of an underdeveloped industry to replace traditional agriculture as the engine of economic growth. So there are kritik. Jadi ada kritik untuk teori ini. Pertama itu the pattern of development approach like theory. Framework because it only describes with analytical analysis dan masih lagi kritik. Next itu international defense solutions. They are neoclassical defense model, the false paradigm model, and the last dualistic development thesis. The international defense solution ini ada dua, yaitu external policies dan juga neo-Marxism. Hence, emphasis should be given to policies to eradicate poverty, unemployment, and improve equality. The neocolonial defense model. First, it is elite ruling class in LDC referred to as the defense alert, part of underdeveloped world continue. And the last, policies of industrial country. And then the post paradigm model, underdevelopment, the result of capacity or inappropriate advice and recommendations, well-meaning but often uniform bias ethnocentric international expert advice from these guests. And then ada the neoclassical counter-revolution market fundamentalist. In definition itu ada free market approach. Terus the theory that political bureaucrats, citizens, and states act from a self-interest perspective, using their power and the authority of government for their own selfish.
Okay.
The next slide is about classic theories of development, reconciling the difference. So government do fail, so do markets. A balance is needed. Must attain to institutional and political realities in developing world. Development economics has no universally accepted paradigm. Insight and understanding are continually evolving, and the last each theory has some strengths and some weakness. I open question and answer sections. So if you guys have.
And the question is, as you explained in the slide, there are 5 stages of developing countries, and Indonesia is not yet at high consumption stage. Why is Indonesia not yet at the high consumption stage, and at the what stage is Indonesia now? Thank you.
I want to ask you, Rachel, from what you explained about the Lewis model, what are the criticism of the model you have explained?
Ya.
Oke, baiklah, saya akan menjawab pertanyaan from Frizia. Jadi dari yang kamu jelaskan mengenai Lewis model, apa kritik dari yang sudah kamu paparkan? Jadi ada 3 asumsi yang tidak cocok dengan negara yang sedang berkembang, dan saya akan menjelaskannya 2. Yang pertama itu ada tingkat pengalihan tenaga kerja dan lapangan kerja ini berbanding lurus dengan akumulasi kapital. Pada nyatanya itu tidak, karena pada era modern saat ini itu perusahaan itu lebih mengakumulasikan capitalnya atau modalnya itu pada sektor yang padat modal, bukan kepada tenaga kerja. Jadi modal yang mereka dapat itu mereka investasikan bukan kepada tenaga kerja. Jadi modal yang mereka dapat itu diinvestasikan kepada teknologi dan mesin-mesin canggih untuk mendapatkan output yang lebih berkualitas. Yang kedua itu ada asumsi di pedesaan itu terjadi kelebihan tenaga kerja dan di perkotaan itu full employment atau karyawan, dan ternyata itu tidak, karena pengangguran di kota itu